currency. The difference is the digital currency that we use when we run a credit card or if we use a bank account, then it's centralized. We actually are kind of held hostage by the banks. They own it, the government can control it, and yes, they can seize your accounts as well. So that's the power of Bitcoin. We encourage each of you to go online and Google Bitcoin, and you'll see a lot of different information out there if you're somebody that needs a lot more. Here's one more thing, though, that's pretty powerful. When you get your Bitcoin account, you set that up, it's called a blockchain wallet. You also can get a Visa credit card or debit card that attaches to it, and as you learn how to take $100 and turn it into $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a month, and we'll talk about that here in just a few, and guys, you'll be able to swipe your card anywhere and use it for anything that you are used to already doing. If you pay bills online with a credit card, you can do that with the same card here. If you fill your tank up or go get groceries with the card, you can do the very same thing here. It takes the local currency where you live, and it does the exchange for you automatically with Bitcoin. But here's one of the things that we want to teach you, is we want to teach you that this Bitcoin is going to be so powerful this year that it's going to change a lot of lives. So as you start to earn Bitcoin, we know that everyone has to have some to live on, but we say leave as much Bitcoin as you can in your Bitcoin wallet, because if you just had 100 Bitcoin that you accumulated this year, and guys, we're going to teach you how to do that almost in a month, but if you just had that, by the end of the year, Bitcoin hits $10,000, like many of the experts say, you're going to be an instant overnight millionaire with just 100 Bitcoin. That's the reason I'm on this phone call, guys. Because end of the day, myself, Brent, Troy, and many of our other friends, we're all business owners. We have businesses that keeps us busy throughout the days. We've got crews that work for us, doing other jobs. But guess what? When you see something big, and sometimes it's worth making a small sacrifice so you can get out here and take advantage of it. Let me ask you this question. If you really think that you can make $84,000 a month with us, and we're going to talk about it more, but wouldn't it be worth making a couple of sacrifices also? Well, guys, we've got a friend of ours, Troy, online from Missouri. Some of you have heard him, some of you haven't. He's jumped on board here with us a couple of weeks ago and just really run like his hair's on fire. He sees the big potential of Bitcoin, and he's doing the same thing we are. He's putting some extra hours in just to make it worthwhile. So, Troy, welcome to the call. If you would hop on board and talk about what happened here to you in the last couple of weeks with our team.
All right, Scott, will do. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, your phone sounds good tonight, brother.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, what happened to me was the tag team boys, you and Brent Robinson called me up and tag teamed me and said, I better get some Bitcoin. And I already knew that I better get some Bitcoin. I've been planning on doing it, but I've been procrastinating. It's expensive. You know, at that time it was around $1,000 a Bitcoin. And you guys said, you know what? I can show you how to take a one-time $100 out of pocket and turn it into multiple Bitcoins. Bitcoins coming in every day, every hour, you know, 3 times a day, every week, every month, every year. And that sounds a whole lot better than going out and buying Bitcoin for right now. They're $1,200 a piece. You can't buy too many Bitcoins for 50 or 100,000. But for $100 and some sweat equity, you can go out there and get all the Bitcoin you want, keep them coming in over and over, and it doesn't matter what happens to the price, whether it goes up or down, because it's, you know, it's 1/10 of a Bitcoin one time out of pocket. And this is the slickest thing I've ever seen, because, you know, I've been involved in network marketing industry before, and I've made quite a bit of money like you and Brent have, but I've never seen anything like this. One person, you bring in one person on your team and you break even every month. You bring in 2 people on your team and you double your money every month. It's that simple. If everybody goes out and gets 2, this thing, you know, it just grows like a wildfire, and that's what's happening. You know, I shared it with just a handful of people, and it filled my matrix in 3 days. Now, 2x5 matrix. If you want to know how long it takes to fill, it takes 3 days to fill. And since then, we're sponsoring people down, you know, on our 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th levels. Some of my picks are down there 15, 20 levels this deep already. So this is growing, and I think the reason is because we're positioned in front of a trend. You know, that's very important to get positioned in front of the trend and not after the trend's already passed you and then try and play catch up. You know, 30 years ago it was nutrition. 15 years ago it was technology, you know, Amazon.com, that sort of thing, online sales, online shopping malls. Now it's Bitcoin and crowdfunding. You know, what worked even a year ago doesn't work anymore today. You just can't do it anymore. But when you're onto that thing that's on the cutting edge, like Bitcoin and crowdfunding, then you can't stop it. It's an unstoppable force. All you got to do is tell people about it. When people find out, all they have to do is enroll one member to break even on their donations every month, and 2 people doubles their Bitcoin every month. And if you can duplicate that, it goes crazy. So what I want to do is turn it back to Scott so he can explain just how you get started and how this thing pays out. So, Scott, are you there?
I am here, Troy. Thanks for the explanation you gave us. You're right. It's pretty powerful when you can introduce 2 people, that can introduce 2 people, that can introduce 2 people, and how that power of 2 just continues to double. And that's what we say here. How would you like to take that $100 and turn it into 50, 60, 70, 80,000? And the reason we ask that, guys, because the power of 2 proves that the numbers work every time. The only thing that doesn't work sometimes is the people themselves. But again, that's why we say if there really was a way to do that, would you like to hear about it? Well, here's the simplicity of the way it works. You heard Troy talk about we get paid in Bitcoin. The cool thing about the Bitcoin is when it's sitting in your Bitcoin wallet, number 1, you've already received it and it's yours. And number 2, it goes up in value just about every day. Bitcoin right now is a little over $1,200 for one. But in this example, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to round off that 10% instead of saying $100, or excuse me, $120. We're going to say it's 100. That way it'll kind of make our numbers flow just a little easier. One thing you also know is we actually are going to be making a little more than we're talking about. Here's the way it works. You start off with $100, as Troy mentioned. You donate that to the person that you fall below in the team. As we mentioned, this is a crowdfunding platform. Our platform is 2x5. What crowdfunding simply means is that we can make voluntary donations to other people at any time, and even the government accepts that and recognizes that here in the United States. Pretty powerful. And here's the simplicity of the way it works. We pay each other instead of paying a company. We don't have to wait on the company to send money back and take out a certain percentage or a portion. So we are going to come in under our sponsor. The computer's going to tell us who to make a donation to, and we make the donation. As Troy mentioned, we have 2 positions on our front line. These 2 people are 2 people that we can introduce, 2 of the best folks that we know. If you were going to start a basketball team or a football team, you know, would you call somebody that didn't know how to play one of them? Or would you rather have somebody that's got experience? And that's the way we talk about here. Find somebody that's, you know, not afraid to talk to people, always smiling, always happy, even though things may not be going their way. These are the people you want to talk to first. End of the day, we're looking for some of our best friends that we would like to help change their life. And that's the reason we call Troy. Troy's a good friend of ours. Me and Brent's known him for 15, 20 years. When you know people for a long time, those are the people that you like to call and connect with. All right, let's get back to our example here. You introduce 2 people. These 2 people are going to make their $100 donation to you. So you just doubled your money, as Troy mentioned. But this first step right here is a step that we're going to actually make that donation back again, because the computer's going to say time to upgrade. And when we do, we give both of those donations that we just received away. We donate them to someone else on the team. All right, now what happens is your 2 people go out and get 2 people each, so that turns to 4. And when these 4 are qualified to pay you, you'll receive 4 donations that are $200 each. On each of our steps that we do, guys, and we have 5 of them, every time we receive 2 donations from each step, we're going to donate that. And then we keep the rest that's on that level for our own personal step. So in this example here, you receive 4 donations for $200 each. You'll donate 2, and you'll keep 2. Row of 3 has 8 people. You're going to receive 8 donations this time for $400 each. You'll donate 2, you'll keep 6. I want to pause right here for a second, guys, because in this example, 2, 4, 8, everybody can track that, everybody can keep up with it. road, when these 32 are qualified, and you'll be receiving donations from 32 people at 2 full Bitcoin each, $2,000 times 32. That's over $64,000 that you'll receive from this level. And here's also something that's pretty cool. You do this every month. You'll make a donation to the same people every month, and you'll receive donations from the same people every month. You don't have to wait till your team is full. This is not like some networking program that has a binary that you've got to balance select, and this is not like some board programs that you've got to have everybody in every position filled in. One of the things that we like to tell people, if you like networking, you'll love this concept. If you hate networking, so if you'll never do it again or don't want to see somebody, you're going to like this more, because we donate to members back and forth. We don't pay overpriced money for products that maybe we don't even use. That's what makes a crowdfunding platform really powerful in what we have. Here's a simple example I'd like to just carry it a little bit further, because we always tell people to give us 90 days. If you'll give us 90 days and you'll follow the steps that we talk about, then we know you can be very successful. We talked about the 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. Let's just say that you want to run a little bit slower than what Brent and myself and Troy do. We like to run fast, and we like to make things happen as quick as possible. But what if it took you a week to find 2 people? And what if it took them the second week to find 2 more? And the third week to find 2 more? Well, if you did that, if you did the numbers, guys, in 5 weeks, you would have all 5 of your levels filled in. 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. That's a total of 62 people on your 2x5 matrix. And here's what else continues to happen over the next 5 weeks. You continue to help build, train, and teach the entire team, just as we do. And you know what happens? Week number 6, and week number 7, and week number 8, week number 9, week number 10, you're filling in your organization completely full. Everybody that's teaching and training gets 2 to get 2 to get 2. And 10 weeks from now, if everybody follows the system here, you know what will happen? You'll be in line to have 84 Bitcoin per month every single month. At the current rate, 84 Bitcoin is over $90,000 every single month, all the way through the summer. How would you like to be able to have that coming in starting 10 weeks from now, and knowing that Bitcoin is going to go between $3,000 and $10,000? See, that is the real reason why Brent and Troy and myself are on this call. If it wasn't for Bitcoin, sure, that money's pretty cool, but we can make that kind of record money in our real business. How about when you can get some Bitcoin and you can watch it grow that fast? Guys, 2017 will create a lot of millionaires for people in the right place at the right time with Bitcoin. One of the things that we've said for years and years, the golden opportunity only comes along for some people a couple of times in their entire lifetime. Don't let this one skip over you, because it might be that last one that you ever get a chance to see. Brent, I'll flip it back to you and let you close it out, brother.
All right. Thanks a lot, Troy. Thanks a lot, Scott. You're exactly right. About timing and positioning and, being at the very front end of this opportunity here, guys. And we're just over 2 weeks, 2 days old right now. Over 2,000 people have come into this team, and we haven't even begun yet. So being in the right place at the right time is a huge advantage for us. But 2017, as you heard Scott say, is the pivotal year. That's why Scott, myself, so many leaders on this call tonight, through the years, have always looked at companies, and we've seen hundreds and hundreds of them. Seldom ever do you have a company that has the total package, and we call it the 3 Ps. The product, which we have, Bitcoin. People behind the business over here, Thomas DeLuca, a lot of us have leaders over here. The people behind this business is amazing. And then you see a powerful pay plan like Scott just went over, guys. We have the total package over here, the 3 Ps, the product, the people, the pay plan. Then you simply put it in with that 248 duplicate. Not asking you to go out there and sign up 20, 30, 40, 50 people. Find 2 good ones. Find 2 good ones. We tell you, make a list of your top 10, and not the cat, the dog, Uncle Bill, Aunt Sandy, the kids. 2 them onto the call, and then you do a three-way call with your upline. Call that hook, line, and sinker, guys. We did the simple 3 steps to success over the past 20-plus years, 4 or 5 different times when we come across a company that has the total package with the 3 Ps, guys. And in this case, we have the 248 duplicate, and it's going to be amazing if you guys follow these simple system for 90 days. When you jump in with us, give us 90 days, all we're asking for, and we will change your life forever. That's why we're doing these calls 12 times a week, guys, to help you guys build your teams, to educate people what Bitcoin is, what's going to happen in 2017. That's why we're on these calls around the clock. Scott and myself, so many people on this call tonight are up till 2, 3 in the morning, getting back up at 8, 9, and going for it again the next day. 7 days a week around the clock right now. You got to strike while iron's hot, folks. That's what we're doing right now. Appreciate everybody jumping over here tonight. Once again, we thank you so much for your hard work. Everybody have a wonderful evening. God bless.
Your conference recording has stopped.